It's gonna be pink on Sunday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The hue looks really good. Oh man, this plate is worth every penny. It's jerk chicken, and it's got curry shrimp. He comes down from the high desert. Oh my God. They're on Saturdays. I don't know if you're local or visiting, but 29 Palms Farmers Market is there on Saturdays. We need to make it back during the season, you know. Oh my God, it's not like it's perfect. It's not too spicy, but it's like flavor. Know how like flavor? Remember flavor when people cook? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh. And plantains, and there's plantain. Oh my. I always think like it's always all we have to do is like engage something, and that's it. And take that way wrong. He goes really deep. He was like, he's got that line of easy. Yeah. He and I know something. Something is good. Hey, how are you? How cute are you and your sister? Really? You're gonna get to my family. Yeah, my sister's friend, her boyfriend, and then my daughter, and then her daughter plays in the band at high school down there, and she's like, oh, I'm like, I'll be the artist, and I'm like, heck yeah, bring your friends, and she's like all stuck, like, kind of like, oh, like, yeah, she's in the school band. She plays the more. She can write and music and everything too. This song's oh no,
Full sky here.
no, there's probably somebody that got you beat. You can't be a day over like 45. Oh my goodness, bless your heart. Well, thanks for coming out. You just got sent to. Thanks for hanging in there another day. I mean, I do. Yeah. Go to New York and like go on to like big. She's so big.
My wife is an artist.
Oh wow, wonderful.
We have the studio right over there.
Oh,
Building on the corner. Okay, the next building right across the street from the city hall is there's a barber shop there.
we just had a vacancy at the studio.
That's true. My wife is Studio B.
Oh wow, well I'll have to come visit. Come check out her work. I'll do an interview and put it on YouTube. That'd be so fun. Yeah.
I did an art gallery for 40 years.
Wow.
I did 4 one-man shows together day.
Oh wow. Nice.
I sold thousands of his prints. Probably sold more of his art than anybody in the world except for Stephanie.
That is so awesome. Like I really like the history of where people come from, what they've done. We lose that kind of history as people pass, and you don't get to tell your story the way you wanted to.
Yeah, we bought a place in Hot Springs in 2005.
Okay.
I've had my art gallery, painting gallery and bookstore was in Encinitas. I didn't want to retire, but I wanted to work less.
Like that. Very nice.
So we would come out here 2 or 3 days, a couple, 2 or 3 times a month. We would do that. I had someone that could run my business for me.
That's always a blessing. Yeah.
I could do that. And then the 2008 recession happened.
Oh, yeah.
I had to close places. People weren't buying.
That was the moment. Yeah.
Others were losing their jobs and losing their. So
I can imagine. I where we were a few years ago too with COVID. Yeah.
had I not gone out of business for the recession, I definitely would have. It's a pandemic.
Right.
Because I was able to keep my store open for a while. With the pandemic, you had to close your business.
Yeah, that's right.
And that makes you money if you have to keep your business.
No, my little office, my first office I thought was downtown Palm Springs in the East building across from the Nine Mart, right at the curve there.
What did you do?
Well, I never really figured that out yet.
That's such a bad question.
Yeah, so, but I figured it out as I got older and I started pulling together, what do I do? Because to me, the counter question was always, well, what do you need done? Because I've always connected people and just done, and I have knowledge, right? And I know how to go find to find connection. So over time and the work I've done for people and the people I've inspired, I'm amused. So it just must be what I do. And um, when I opened my first, I've always done costumes. I've always dressed in costumes and people would hire me to come to grand openings and stuff, and I would engage with not the celebrities and not that big, but the people, and find out what did they have at the event, all that kind of stuff. And then I would give those reports to the event people, and then people would, different DJs would pay me to go listen to another DJ set at a club across town or in another city to see if they were worth booking or. Um, and then oops, and then I, when I started opening my businesses, I decided that I needed to be the help that I never got. So I do artist accommodations. I do, we take people's stories. Yeah, we take people's stories in the books.
On Facebook, is that what it is?
Yeah, well, YouTube too. So we take art and do an interview.
Oh, you said YouTube, not Facebook.
Like live on YouTube,
I spend most of my television time on YouTube.
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't. I did Netflix for a long time because my niece had an account, so I watch movies.
Yeah.
And I didn't really watch sitcoms, just movies. I don't watch mainstream TV at all. The only news I really like to watch, so even like my White House news, I get directly from the White House. I don't listen to CNN. I don't listen to Fox. I don't care because their business is running their own agenda. And so, but that new girl, the press, Catherine, I liked her. I didn't like her at first. But she was just going to be a kiss, but I like the way she handles things.
I just checked out the I actually with all of the lies.
Well, yeah, Well, it's speaking without lying, without telling the truth. It's a fine line down the middle. We're just giving information. And then, yes, open an employment agency. So it's an employment business agency network. So it covers everybody. People that want to turn their small businesses into business. I know little things like marketing. I have $1 million ideas every day. I just don't ever know how to delegate it or execute it because I'm. I have been since I was 26. I worked when I was 13. Yeah. And I worked in the grocery stores and the market. When I was 7. And I did a bunch of different stuff. They didn't list that good. But then when I was 26, I was working for the Colorado Rockies, and I was a supervisor, and I put my back out. That's a good gig. Yeah, for 3 years, I worked there for 3 years doing that. It was a really humbling job to be able to see that dad and his little son stand in that line. Dad's got the hot dog. Dad's got beer. It's about time for them to, it's about time for the game to start. And the kid turns around and hot dog and the look on dad's face and to be able to come right up to them and hand them another hot dog was one of the most humbling experiences for me. Like I get to save the day. The look on him, the look at the line, it's about to happen. Here's another dog. Go watch the game. I like that. But I threw my back out. I started mainstream working, and I started working for myself. And I don't think I ever made as much as that for sure. Oh, I undersell myself a lot. I've never made money, but I've always done what I wanted to do. That part. Yeah. I've done mostly everything I've wanted to do. Yes. I became the way I got into my business. So I realized very early that I couldn't buy and keep everything I wanted. So I became a dealer. I was an art dealer. I was buying and selling cars. And
that started in 1963.
Wow. What a time to when art was really arty.
62 years ago. And then I had my first, I started out doing wholesale. I got retail. I had retail. The sign on the door will say, when I'm here, when I'm gone.
Yeah.
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 But once I did, basically, we're having this conversation. Basically, I'm a very introverted individual. Yeah.
You don't. I sit at home every day, and I don't speak out loud to anybody.
And having a retail store is able to talk to everybody as you can. And I was in my early years, and what I had, and so that threw me out of the opportunity to start things. My first gallery was on Sunset Boulevard in LA. And I was just storing the juice.
After that earthquake,
We had
table for a week.
we've lived in Encinitas, actually targeted by the city, and so after the earthquake, we went back to Encinitas, and a year later, I opened my gallery in Encinitas. And I was there for, I don't know, over 30 years.
It was fulfilling.
Hey, yes.
You enjoyed it.
Oh, yes. My customers thought I had the coolest store in any county.
Wow.
It was great.
I always imagined that type of a feeling for a store for the I do. Oh, okay.
I didn't say I'm going to give you some things to look up.
Hey, perfect.
This is my business, my third business card.
Oh, good. Okay, perfect. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I opened after the employment business agency type of deal. I tried the building that the skate shop currently in, skate catching shop. They didn't. Yeah, I wasn't. They wouldn't. It wasn't like they didn't make a good deal. I just didn't want to stuck to that. Exactly. Which is why I tried to get in that building because I could afford that. But they took in the one thing that I wanted inside that studio was the booth. I saw that booth getting built, and then they tore it down right when I was like, no, I'll keep it the way it is. So decided that wasn't the one for me. Yeah, the one at the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one that became vacant.
Yes.
I think you remember that.
Yeah, he rented it that very first same day. So, and I hope they rent it to the Juliet people, but I think that he did. Joyce.
My wife. The studio is Studio B, right behind the bus.
Then I opened myself a little shop in Montana. I took over a beauty shop because I was going to turn it into like a glam studio, one of these content picture studios like everybody has now. And everyone was going great until the girls that did the actual glam, they went with the owner to her new spot, and it was a whole sham. Yeah, I got $10,000 in. Jerry Tuttle, that's you. I do all of that.
I've had to get it done my entire life.
And so I ended up shutting that down back and forth. I couldn't keep up with it. So I moved everything online, and I joined an organization in tourism out here called the JTGCA, and we're connecting everything from State Line to Route 60 in Amboy, down through Morongo Bays, and into the valley here for tourism. Yeah, so I illustrated that story on there. I made a small purchase of a 100-year trust. I haven't hiked it. I can't really get there yet, but got two bottles for you.
That was my story.
That's cute.
Spend a little time on Google,
Yeah.
Facebook, and
Oh. I love meeting interesting people who have had interesting fulfilling lives.
I mentioned the
Yes.
2008. I was taking the too much calls for a while, using savings and so forth.
Yeah.
I should have closed it immediately.
That's what happened to me.
I made a mistake by keeping it open.
Too. I blew my cards, keeping it open, paying for gas, giving back and forth.
Small, kind of like boaty, so it's a neat.
Okay.
I think it's simple.
Yeah.
I don't read right. Like, down in some meetings. And my wife started the day over.
Oh, I know.
She wants to every year. And then they built a huge store in John.
Okay. So I used to book for more for the.
So much of this is in the Lord's convenience store that they closed it. And my wife didn't know they worked in Del Mar, so she moved to our place out here and went to work at the whole city Palm Desert.
Wow.
And I stayed on the coast and sent to the county, getting the house there ready to sell and sell it. And then a year later, mine moved out here. So we bought the place in 2005. She moved out here full time. 12 or 13. And I moved out a little later.
My mom works for Jenkins for 30 years
Yeah.
in Palm Springs. Yeah.
There's some pretty bad stuff about this. And this is on the neighborhood laws.
Oh, I saw something like that. Something with tree wrong or something.
Well, they
Or something.
changing them out. I have two units.
Something like something rude or
I have problems.
me too. Trust me.
It was, she watched something and it turned out that they'd been out of date for over a year. Well, and there was still somebody street. You could probably find it on the I just started doing this with everything. It's just a good show.
Yeah. The owners were family, you know, and then they had the few stores. They had one up in Blue Jay, and
We both saw food shopping at Trader Joe's.
I like Trader Joe's. I'm trying to get my food.
Yeah.
They've got the best price and the best toilet paper.
The local Stater Brothers started as a convenience store.
So yes, I do too. Mostly, and I actually use the grocery outlet a lot.
Yeah.
They have a lot of markdowns. They can be straight every day. Yeah, there'll be like dollar items that are like $6. They've got a brand. They've got healthy brands in there for really good prices. They've got a lot of the keto and non gluten and the health vitamins.
I volunteer at the library. And the library is right across the street from it.
Yes. Do you footage of all the down? You go to the library. I see the what do you I brought the parking lot of there.
That's great.
I go there and they make me coffee and like fax things and things for me. So it's free if you ever need coffees or faxing or copies. Like if you need copies of paper, yeah. Oh no, good. They do that there.
Have you seen my earrings? I'm losing my vision.
Oh no!
I have serious problems.
But you made it an extra day.
I'm still 85. I'm surprised I'm still alive.
That's also the office that people go to apply for the help for like the bills, for like
What?
the payment. So in the winter time, they give a subsidy for people. They pay like $100 on the bills, the electric, everything. I tell you, I really like seeing the council members out. I've seen all the council members out there right here.
What? Oh, really? Shepherd's Pie. What's your name?
My name is Flower,
Flower.
but they also call me Miss Thomas.
Miss Thomas. Are you a teacher?
I wasn't an actual teacher, but I've always worked with so many like people's kids and people, and I've always been bothered by my first name being spoken in public, which is Shauna. But I don't use it like the doctor's office. They call me like Miss Thomas. Like I don't know. And I'm a public figure, so for me, I always use a stage name. So I just get away from that. I do. I do. I live here in the valley. Okay. And when I was a kid, I transferred into like Pomona area. So I lived by there. I was Little Miss City of Industry when I was like, yeah. So no, I live here.
Yeah, we do too. And my studio is across the street, next door to the King's building. I've been in there for like almost a year.
Are you the other artist?
I'm a glass artist, but I didn't really get any. There's a ton of people here, not for this show.
Wait, are you Jerry White?
Yes, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Studio. I know that thing because I watched the studio. So when it came to him, I ran over there that morning. I was like, no, it's just the way it is.
Oh wow. Okay.
Just a second.
Yeah.
But I think he went with Gregory Happy Hour.
There's no Gregory.
No, they just rented it.
The big painting building or
The end, no, the
oh, that's it.
Studio D. And it's a telehealth for a drug rehab. So,
well, I have the barbers and the guys at school.
like, that's a big business when they get lots of money. And the cheap rent, so people are business.
Well, when I
Taking advantage of the situation.
like, oh,
Exactly.
so a little breakfast studio next door to me, and then and that's it.
We watched them building they built their whole booth.
Yeah.
So when I was looking, I'm like, you don't have to change anything. I actually, this works for my business.
Yes.
Keep it the way it is. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, I went over there the other day, and I was like,
I just felt like
a little disappointed.
and he was taking it down.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm looking, and I'm here, what do you want to do? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Directly behind. Yeah, so
I live over by Corsini's. So.
Okay, yeah. Let's try that where the tattoo.
I did too. I looked into that.
Before they turn it into the sex store, which is a because we're trying to build a community here, so that comes
Right.
I'm the tattoo. So I'm glad that's on building.
Yeah.
And then I just was looking at the building that is showing down over here, the big York building. At the end over here, they want 13. Oh yeah, that's just hard.
Yes, I know. I know. I mean, everybody. I'm like, all right. I finished it. Like, yeah. So.
And I was talking with your husband because he was mentioning, and I do like live and reviews and stuff. Like beautiful. Could you do like an art? Just like,
Yeah.
art for somebody else. Show your glassware. whatever, and we just get it. You know, I opened a business. So currently, I have a few businesses. They all kind of like coyotes. So employment agency and business network. But they didn't include that. Because either you're looking for work, you're a business, or you're looking to be a business. Somewhere. And then I do a bunch of other sections like music stuff going.
Yeah, I'm a musician.
Artists going. Yeah.
One of the things I'm working on right now is like, since I just work on everything small, I'm like, I've got
I know, I've seen art now. Are you the one that has a little kitchenette?
it's like,
I just wanted to say,
yeah. And Sake is like big.
I was before they were all empty.
Yeah.
A few years ago.
Here, which is wild, right? And that building next door to it, like, all that, like, destroyed there. In there, it's really because
No.
it's got a lot of problems.
I know it.
Yeah. And this year, I don't know what the hell happened over at that corner of me. I was just there. Then I just like
I know that and the building here, old Angel View building.
yeah. I was thinking that.
It's going
Gosh, Louis, right?
kind of like that.
Yeah.
Can we hear you guys talking about that? I know most of. I know a lot of people by face, and I know by name.
It's like when you have not that sort of experience with not
Yeah, I know, but and I face all the time. And I know you try to talk to faces. It's hard, so but I own property on Route 60.
oh, okay.
The next door to Amboy.
Oh, nice.
So
I went to that place in Las Vegas last week.
I like Vegas like every other week. My niece was there, so yeah, I go all the time.
Like my dog and I've only had her
Oh wow!
it's like, oh yeah,
My little guy I've had 10 years.
yeah.
So yeah.
So
Open house. I'm sure his restaurant.
yeah.
Make it work.
Yeah. First Fridays.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing.
And then not only that, but we have this going. They just have them come right across.
Yeah. Like very like so I make right on like I'm it's not the first time I know I
I just often had downtown there's a corner on it. But I didn't have real business. I was still figuring it out. And then it became to where I couldn't get out of it. So I let it go. But only $500 a month. $500 a month. So then I like that in Santana. I took over a beauty salon because I was going to turn it into a glam studio where people could come to their podcast. You know, it was real popular. And all the glam people quit. They went to the old owner to Sham. They got Sham. So I was out $10,000 and I carried it back. I figured out how to it all online and shut everything down. Kind of just, you know, and now I'm on the brink of doing stuff again, right? Like, I have a few things going. I have a hot project also they can ready photo because I don't have my own I'll talk with other people. And I went to him. Actually, have to find a place to place it. It was downtown the club in conference, but they're not down. So yeah, I just stuff that's good. Going, trying to turn off. My main thing is I turn them out a lot. Because I like this. I don't feel control this. Like I don't feel like I was a girl. Make this happen. I feel very. Oh yeah, it takes a while. It takes a while. This is like well, yeah. Sorry, I have that feeling about here. Like I really did a few times. I went to Denver. Yeah. And I loved it. I didn't like the I moved to Vegas, but it's really the same as here. And then I was gonna try to like move up to like the California area or whatever. But it's like so congested. So in Hawaii, I mean the desert is kind of where it's at. And everybody else makes it here. So I bought it off of the Henry Deer Land. Oh good. And so basically I own the whole thing. And I know that the airport in China. Oh, really? And they're building a commercial okay. Over the next year. I was just thinking when I saw my dress. And they're moving the up off of LA. They're moving it to Victorville. Okay. So they're going to start running the trains. And look, you noticed this last time, but the train tracks have all been changed out. On the way back. And give me a little what's that word? How's that? I didn't look. Oh wow. Oh wow. Help me through the road. I there and they just converted. I thought I was going to stop the road back. Yeah. Oh. I think we're halfway. 95. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That way yeah. You come back over the other way. Still coming out of the Android, but it was like, oh yeah, definitely. That's interesting. Yeah, I go that way, but they changed out the railroad track. Yeah, bumpy, remember? Well, now they're flat. Maybe they're flush. Well, I know they're like yeah, so that's the Pride Line train, and that stop is going to be in Apple Valley, where it's going to be like a visitor center hub. It's going to go all the way into Cucamonga. Now there's going to be underground tunnels. All the airports enter Cucamonga. Okay. There's a bunch. We can talk for it down now. You know what? You're ready to get your car. Homework. Oh, okay. I love that I made the connection because I was just sitting here and thinking, oh, perfect. Yeah, they're fun. I make them all my I'm Miss Thomas with Flower, and I most days are just it's a little bit sporadic, because I have to do other things. Yeah, but I could be there 11 to whenever. I will be there tomorrow. I'm ready to work. Gosh, yeah. That's the first one. A lot of times, like I'll actually go to the city one day. It's like, I need somewhere to work. I need somewhere to work. Cool, like working by yourself and not never accomplishing. But I like somebody else so like too, but it's hard out. I used to go to office Not to put alcohol. I don't want to. I'll take you back to the I know. Oh, yeah. You do aqua roses. Oh, yeah. I do it. Yeah, I do them. I get it put together on a bit right, and you do it yet, and then your legs all day. But yeah, so I'll come by and talk for it, and you'll figure out how to.
Maybe, yeah.
I love your shirt. Oh, I follow it. Oh, yeah. So I met your wife.
Yeah, we are.
It was so cute. The money's a little pricey. He comes down from 29 pounds. It's German chicken. I don't know, curry, but it's not cheese. It's the plantain and the cabbage. So, but it's 20 bucks, but it's a flavor. It's flavor.
I thought
Yeah, the blue is flavor. Yeah. And then there's the Phillies. The Phillies are. I love it down here. I don't like having the different flavors.
I touched me in
I will. I'm going to do my own one. And I'm going to come by and enjoy another day. So it's kind of great night. It was really nice to meet you. Right? So moderate, so hot. Now, in it. No, it's really nice seeing all the council members down here, though.